Hey everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to explore Arches National Park. Let's go. After we entered Arches National Park, we went to the visitor center to get some information about the park. Our first stop was Park Avenue. You can see how amazing the view is. The trail for Park Avenue is 1.8 miles long, round trip. It starts from the parking lot and ends at the Courthouse Towers parking. The hike supposedly gives you a spectacular feel of Arches sandstone formations. However, we did not go on the trail. We just enjoyed the view at the trailhead. We then visited Balanced Rock. Balanced Rock looked interesting because of how the rock looks like it's about to fall off. At Double Arch, we went on the pathway to the arches. Double Arch has two arches, giving it the name Double Arch. Double Arch is an incredible formation of arches within the Windows area of Arches National Park, an area with the largest concentration of natural arches in the entire world. Double Arch was formed by downward water erosion from atop the sandstone. Double Arch is the tallest and second longest arch in the park. Next, we went to Devil's Garden to see Landscape Arch. The trail to Landscape Arch is 1.9 miles round trip. The trail is quite easy with some minor elevation gains here and there. Landscape Arch is a natural arch eroded in Entrada sandstone. On June 5, 1995, a 47-foot mass of rock fell from the front of the thinnest section of the arch, followed by another 30-foot rockfall on June 21st of the same year. Due to these events, the Park Service has closed the loop trail that once led underneath the arch. Despite those events, Landscape Arch is the longest arch in the world with a span of 290 feet. In other words, it's even bigger than a football field. On the same trail, we went to see Tunnel Arch and Pine Tree Arch. Tunnel Arch is named because it has a huge tunnel-like hole in the thick sandstone. Next was Pine Tree Arch, which was really big. It got its name from the pine tree growing on the middle of the span. After returning to the trailhead, we noticed the trail split to another direction. The trail was surrounded by walls of rock, almost as if it was man-made. On the way back from Devil's Garden, we visited Skyline Arch. Next, we visited the windows. The windows section of Arches National Park is considered to be the beating heart of the park. It contains a high concentration of arches in the park. In the words of Frank Bethwick, leader of a 1933 to 34 scientific expedition, these arches are of thrilling beauty caused by the cutting of action of wind-blown sand. One marvels at the intricacies of nature. The windows, also known as the spectacles, stand side by side, cut from the same sandstone. Next was Fiery Furnace. Fiery Furnace is a collection of narrow sandstone canyons, fins, and natural arches. After finishing up at Fiery Furnace, we called it a day and went to our hotel. It's the next day. We have one thing left to do: visit Delicate Arch. We left at 7 in the morning, and upon arriving, we immediately left for the trail to the arch. The hike is 3 miles long, round trip, with 480 feet of elevation gain on the trail. The reason we went on the trail was because you can barely see the arch from the lower viewpoint. We happened to see some wildlife on this trail. After an hour and a half of hiking, we finally reached a viewpoint. Delicate Arch was formed by the movement of underground salt beds beneath overlying sandstone, in concert with surface events including water, ice, and erosion, which washed away or broke off the sandstone to create the arches and fins found throughout Arches National Park. Right now, I want to recreate the wallpaper on my desktop. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, considering I'm trying to recreate something that has been heavily photoshopped, I don't think it's too bad. When looking from afar, like 200 feet or so, Delicate Arch does not look that big, but when you stand next to it, you look like an ant in comparison. On the way home, we saw these petroglyphs carved by the Native Americans who lived here. We found a nice campsite to have lunch. After having lunch, we continued to drive home. We went through Glenwood Canyon. You can see the amazing views the road offers. This road is an engineering marvel. Throughout the canyon, there is 40 bridges, 15 miles of retaining walls, and 2 4,000-foot tunnels. The project apparently earned more than 30 awards. That's it for this video and our Utah trip. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.